students, you are welcome to online learning. My name is Osanya Kachi, your math teacher. The last topic on variation, that's what we want to treat now, partial variation. Partial variation, the only way to solve partial variation is through simultaneous equation. You cannot solve partial variation without using simultaneous equation. That's why we have been able to solve or treat simultaneous equation before now. So it's for this purpose. So we now go to the main question. But before we go to the main question of today, or examples I want us to solve, what I just want us to understand is, if they said that y varies partly as k, y varies partly as k, and the partly as plus now, and partly as p. It just means like this, kind of directly. But once they said partly constant, it means that the constant we'll be using is no longer k. We have been using k for the constant of proportionality, but for this purpose, what we'll be using as our constant, or the two alphabets we'll be using, or is generally used as the constant, is a and b. So in this case now, if they said it's partly constant, it means that y varies as the constant, which is a, plus, if they say inversely or directly as another number, then you put the number. When you finish, you remove this. But in the course of this thing, I will not be putting it, then putting in the values immediately, putting equal to immediately, so that it won't take us time. So the first question I want us to solve, remember I said, if they say partly constant, it means the constant of proportionality. But if they said partly directly, or varies partly directly, that means if they say y varies partly directly, it means something like this: y varies as x. But if they say constant, you put in the constant. So let's go to the question. In your Essential Mathematics Js3, I'm taking the second question. Let's solve the second question. The question said y varies partly as q and partly as q squared. When v, not y, please, assuming I mentioned y. When v equal to 34, q equal to 2. And when v equal to 190, q equal to 5. The question, listen to the question now. The question said, find v when q is equal to 10. So if you look at the two, this thing, they just told us that v varies. Okay, like I said, let me just remove this now. Let me write it. Varies as q, and that's partly, varies partly as q, and also partly as q squared. This is what the statement is saying. So what we will do now is to remove the proportionality sign, then put in the constants. That's, like I told you, a and b. So we have v equal aq plus bq squared. So at this point now, we are going to use the numbers that we have been given. The numbers we have been given are, said when when V equal to 34, when V equal to 34, Q equal to 2. Q equal to 2. So we will do this one first, then the second one. We are now solving when V equal to 34. When V equal to 34, that means you remove V now and put 34. We have 34 is equal to, wherever you see Q now, you remove it and put 2. So if you have AQ, it's the same thing as QA. AQ is the same thing as Q, just like 2 times 3 and 3 times 2. They are still the same thing. So we put 2A plus 2 square B. So we continue. You have 34. 34 is equal to 2A plus 2 square is 4. So you have 4B. We call this our equation 1. Equation 1. So the next one said when V is equal to 190, Q is equal to, I guess, 5. So we solve this now. From here also, from this side, that is where we'll go back and solve. So wherever you see V, you put 190. 190 is equal to 5A plus 5 squared is 25. So you just say 25B. So at this point, we have been able to establish two equations. So now we continue with simultaneous equation. So if you don't mind, we'll bring this one now, the first equation, to this place. We'll bring it to this place. Now we have 34 is equal to 2A plus 4B, sorry. And this is 190 is equal to 5A plus 25B, equation 1 and equation 2. So this is the two simultaneous equations that we have. So whatever the possible thing that will fit in to these equations is through substitution method. And through substitution method. And if we are taking it from equation 1, we have from equation 1, you take 4B, it crosses the equal sign, it will change to minus. So you have 2A is equal to 34 minus 4B. You divide both sides by 2. When you divide both sides by 2, you have your A equal to 17 minus 2B. That's 2A divided by 2 will give me, 2A divided by 2 will give me only A. 34 divided by 2 will give me 17. 4b divided by 2 will give me 2b. So this is what we have as our value of a. So we put this now into equation 2. Wherever you see a, you remove that a and put the value of a. That is 17 minus 2b. We continue from equation 2. You have, from equation 2, we have 190 is equal to 5, open bracket, 17 minus 2b equal to 17 minus 2b plus 25. Sorry for that, 25b. Now when you look at this now, everything we have in this last equation is just b. So it will be easy for us to calculate, for us to find b before going to find a. So if you don't mind, let me clean this side. Let me clean this side so that it will be easy for us to solve. So if you bring down also, just write a 190 equal to 5 times 17. 5 times 17 will give us 85. You have 85 minus 5 times 2b will give us 10b minus 10b plus 25b. So we collect like terms. If we collect like terms now, what we'll be having is, let me show you something. If you have a minus b is also the same thing as minus b plus a. So it's the same thing, nothing has changed. I want to do something here so that it will not confuse anybody. A minus b is the same thing as minus b plus a. So I want to rearrange this to avoid confusion. Sorry for that. So if we collect like terms now, we have 190 minus 85, since it's crossing the equal sign to meet the other one, to meet 190, equal to 25b minus 10b. So 190 minus 85 will give me 105. 105 equal to this. 25b minus 10 will give me 15b. Look at this. If you are told that a is equal to b, it also means that b is equal to a. So I want to change this. You have 15b is equal to 105. I have not changed anything. So you divide both sides by 15. When you divide both sides by 15, you have 15b over 15 equal to 105 divided by 15. So 15 we cancel 15. 15 we cancel 15. We are we have this B equal to, how many 15 is in 105? Is 7. Please check your times table to give you 7. So we go to find A. And just finding A from where we have A equal to 17 minus 2B equal to 17 minus 2B. Let's leave it here. Remember, A equal to 17 minus 2B. Then we have our B as 7. We have B as 7, so we have A equal to 17 minus 2 times 7. You have A to be equal to 17 minus 14. So our A is equal to 3. Our A is equal to 3. So we have gotten our B and also gotten our A. So what we will do now is go and solve the main question. So what you will do is just relax. We will continue in the next video to solve the main question. So wait for me.